Hi friends, welcome to Aishudiy. Today our live show is all about turquoise jewelry, you guys. All about turquoise. We are just going to make turquoise jewelry as much as possible. I have here a variety of turquoise beads, the normal round turquoise whole light. So there is like Sleeping Beauty turquoise, so many different original turquoises, but these are I think it's you can say fox, I don't know, but this is a gemstone as such. It's now light turquoise and it is 10 millimeter in size, I believe. And there is oval turquoises, and there is the cylindrical shape, and there is teardrop, and there is the shape nuggets are there. So, and then there is even this cow, which is perfect for Halloween. If you want to go and see my Halloween live series, go ahead, watch on my channel. There is a couple of options that you can make earrings and pendant and stuff. These are also teardrops. So we'll make jewelry today with these teardrops and all different shapes of turquoise. And there is nuggets too. And I have here some other ones, which is for turquoise. It's just a plated an acrylic bead, which does have the light pattern. I don't know if the camera is picking it up or not. It has that black vein kind of a thing in there, and it resembles a turquoise, and the blue is like Sleeping Beauty turquoise blue. These ones are lighter ones. So I would someday want to own a Sleeping Beauty turquoise, so that I can make amazing pendant and earring for myself. So let's begin with different turquoise beads. Um, let's say I hope the camera is focusing properly. So first, let's figure out which one we want to do. I think I'll do a turquoise teardrop first. I really like teardrop's shape a lot. I used to be very fascinated in the start with the teardrop shape. I don't know why, but I used to be really fascinated with it. It used to be really expensive, and now also it's expensive. And it used to be like, very expensive to get teardrop shape, and that too, not the top trimmed one. The hole goes from sideways, like from here to here, um, and not through and through. So that was expensive initially. When I started making jewelry, I used to get very fascinated about this. So here I have some couple of inches. uh, I like to eyeball it, some 10 inches probably, or 12 inches or so of 20 gauge bare copper wire, and it's dead soft. So I am going to thread in my bead into the center of the wire, almost the center, and then I'm just going to bend it on the side over here, and I'm going to cross it up like this. So let me just adjust my camera so that you guys can get a full picture of it. So I have here and on my wire, and I have crossed it on the top. Now I will bend one of the wire to be on the straight side, and the other so that it can wrap around um, this wire. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to twist both the wires. See, I have it here. Once I wrapped it, and then I'm going to twist it just to have a different variety of pattern, different pattern for our loop right here. So here I have my round nose pliers. I'm just going to bend this here, and or bend on the right side. I think I will bend right here, and then I have my loop formed, and here we have a decorative loop. I'm just gonna wrap this wire, and now I'm gonna decide which one mm, should be the front of the loop. It is supposed to be the front, but I think I like this side better. So I'll have this, and I already wrapped it twice. Now I'm bringing both the wire to the side, and then I'm just going to uh, make a swirl. Just going to make a swirl like that, and then um, I want the swirl to be on the upper edge of my bead rather than the lower edge. So I'm just manipulating it so that, and then all I'm doing is I'll take a roundnose pliers, and then there's two wires as you can see here. The shortest wire I will kind of twist it, and with my chain nose pliers I'm just going to make a swirl right. So there you go. This wall is very pretty, and then I'm just going to make a bigger swirl with this one. So I'm just using my chainless plier to make that bend, but it is difficult. You can use your round nose pliers to make this bend, the initial bend, and then you can squish it with your chainless pliers. While working, once you start working, you will get to know. You will be very, very equipped with all these swirls and curly cues and stuff like that. But for that, you guys need to practice. And if you practice, it comes very nicely. And I hope this pendant is almost done. There you go. I hope the camera is picking up everything. And we have our curly Q spiral pendant. And the back side is also nice. Just in case if it turns around, you have a clean, nice one. And there is this decorated loopy things. So this is it. You can actually put it in a leather cord, or you can put it in whichever thing you want. I wanted to show you guys something. I make my own jump rings with 20 gauge half hard wire. I don't use that soft, so that my jump rings also are the same. Uh, I like to make my own jump rings to match my earrings. So I just wrap the thing around the looping pliers, and then I make the jump rings. Here we have some jump rings right now. We can use it. And so this pliers, I really like it because it's thin and it goes into smaller crevices possible, and then we can go ahead and then to our cinches right there wherever we want. And then I'm just going to add this jump ring to our where did it go? It flew. Okay, never mind. We have one more jump ring, and then use two pliers. Either round nose or two flat nose pliers would be good. And then I will add this, and I will add my leather cord. If you want a copper chain cord, request it, and I will change the cord and give it to you guys. Copper chain would be a custom one that I will make, but this leather cord comes with a necklace, and I hope this is cute. And the turquoise teardrop is a little bit rare, so it kind of special actually. So instead of showing it in this bust, I thought I have a velvet necklace thing that I can show you guys. I hope the camera is picking it up. So here you go. So the number for this is 41, you guys. 47, sorry. So the number for this pendant is 47. It's copper and with a leather chain and everything. So it will be yours for 60% discount. It will be $9. You can buy this from my Etsy shop or from my Facebook page, or you can comment below and that will be yours. If you guys have signed in, just give me a thumbs up and let me know you guys are there. That would be awesome. So the next one, we did a teardrop. So let's just do this oval turquoise bead. And for this, I want to use a 18 gauge that soft wire. So I'm using this antique copper. You guys know I love antique copper. So I'm here and having like a foot length of wire. So with this, what I want to do is I want to put the wire inside the bead. This one is drilled upside down, not like the teardrop. So and then I'm just going to bend this and make a loop right here on the top. So it's 18 gauge wire. It's nice and strong. So we'll have our loop right here. I'm trying to figure out how I can move the camera so that you guys can get a better look at that. I hope this looks good. There we go. Okay, now I have this loop made on the top. I just wrapped it once and I want it more. So I'm just figuring out which one will be the top, the front part, and which one will be the back part. So, and then I'm bringing the wire back and I'm joining these two wires. So after joining this wire, I'm just going to twist it. Twist the wire just once or twice, and we have the wire together now. So now what we can do is we can just bring this wire on the top and then make our spiral right here and one more right here. Okay, and then I'm just going to bring this around and then I'm just going to take this and kind of bring it like this. And then I'm just going to, this one is shorter, so I'm going to tuck in this in the back of my pendant so that it's nice and secure. And at the same time, it doesn't pinch anybody. So just need to be careful. See, this one, and then this one, I want to actually wrap it around this wire and snip it off, and then I will tuck it inside so that it doesn't catch hold of anything. So this one I will make sure it comes around and tucks in here. So that's done, that's perfect. And I really like our spiral, how it turned out. I hope you guys like it too. So this is the back of the pendant and this is the front of the pendant, and it's solid and nice, and you know it feels very secure. So I am just making sure the loop is facing in the front, and then that's it. We can add it to our chain and that's done. We can actually use a leather pendant, I mean leather chain, or we can use um, a silver or copper chain. You have to request for that, and this is how it's gonna be. And we can use our copper jump ring if we want, or we can make our own jump ring. So our own jump ring would be very easy. All you need to do is take your wire and with your round nose pliers, just make a couple of loops. Just go around, make a couple of loops, and then cut your wire. So if you have a looping plier, then this will be easy. So I'm snipping this wire off where it coils, and then I'm going to just snip it off right where I started. So there we have two jump rings and a bit of wire. So our own jump rings we made. That's all. It's so simple, and you will have a matching jump rings for every project that you make. And make sure you open and close the jump ring and make sure it's flush. And put your pendant on, and let's put it in the leather uh, necklace. There we go. Almost done. Oops, I am off the camera all the time. So let me know, guys, if I'm off the camera, and so that I can um, make it straight. So here we go. I have attached the jump ring to our pendant, and the necklace is ready, done. So I hope you guys like this swirl. It's antique copper with turquoise. It's always a good combination. And the number for this is 34. If you guys like this, give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments below if you want me to pull this for you. You can buy this on my Etsy shop. It's Aishudiy. Aishusdiy. This is my Etsy shop, and you guys can purchase it there, or you guys can leave a comment below on YouTube, and then I'll let you guys know how to do it. So there you go. That's number 34. So the next one we will do is an oval bead, and no, we'll do this. This is a very cute bead that I have, and I want to use these two. Let's do that. And for this, the color that I want to use is either going to be silver or bronze. I'm not so sure yet. We are going to use 20 gauge wire, that's for sure. And let's just do silver. Um, so yes, around about 10 inches of wire I am having here. 20-inch copper wire. This is the brand that I use, and I really like them. And the thing is, now we are going to make a spiral at the end. So I'm using my tweezer nose pliers for this project because I want the spiral to be nice and closed. And this is 20 gauge copper plated wire, I mean copper wire plated with silver. So it will not have, it is not dead soft. That's what I was trying to say. So if you want to work with it, it's really a fist job that you have to do. So I'm making a spiral. Let's see if we can make a spiral. as nicely as the dead soft wire, because this wire is not that soft, but it holds its shape pretty much well. So I use this mostly for different projects. It's available in Amazon and other online jewelry websites. So nobody is paying me, and it is not a promotion that I'm running for the particular brand. It's just my honest opinion how the brand works and how it's useful for me to make my projects. So there you go. I'm happy with my sword. Now I'm just going to twist the wire on top like this. And then I'm going to add my, what do you call this bead? Donut bead? It looks like a donut, right? So there we go. My swirl is nice. And then I have added my donut bead. And then I'm going to add my big uh, 10 millimeter turquoise bead. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave some bigger space because I want to come around this and that. So I want to leave considerable space, and then I'm just going to do my loop. My loop is going to be smaller because I don't want the loop to be bigger. Anyways, we are going to add our jump ring to connect the pendants anyways. So I'm just going to make two. Okay, I want the wraps to be nice and close on the top. So there you go. Two wraps should be more than enough. And then I am going to um, push this bead here, and I'm going to come around and then wrap here and come around and wrap just once before the spiral. That's it. I want to, you know, squish the spiral. So there you go. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to place a spiral cinch this wire, tuck it in properly, and then place a spiral like that. I want the spiral to sit right below this here. I hope it's nice and done. So I'm pushing all my beads and I'm making sure that this spiral is nice and neat. There we go. Here we go. Our pendant is ready almost, but hang in there. I have one more thing to do. So what we can do here is we can add an extension to this and have it a little bit fun. So for that I am going to take some what should I take? I should take some silver wire 20 gauge. I'll take more of this, like this much I would say. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a loop on the top, and then there we go. I'm just going to make one loop, and then I'm going to snip off this excess wire because I don't want a wrap loop. I just want a simple loop. And once that loop is done and nice and neat, and here I have my wire right here. What I'm going to do is I am going to make another loop, an identical loop on the top right here. So this part will be our, I want to have something long like this, a long pendant. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to straighten this wire out with my nylon jock pliers. so that my wire is nice and straight. And then I'm going to make my loop on the top. So if the loop is not proper, you can adjust right now, like that. There you go. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just wrap this wire once, and then I'm just going to bend this wire around the long wire just with my thumb. I'm just not putting any pressure on the straight wire because otherwise I will lose the shape of the straight wire. So I'm just going to so now I'm almost at the end. There we go. I wish I had a little bit more wire, but that doesn't matter. All we are going to do is we're just going to make this one wrap here nice and straight. I want this wire to hug the long one, but I don't want to distort the shape, so I'm taking my time to do this. So this is like a twisted one. So with this, we can add this to our pendant. So our pendant will become long. And if you like this, it's well and good. It's really pretty. I think I will keep this for a earring. I'm not so sure. Let's just say we'll do the pendant, and if you guys like the earring, I'll make a similar earring for you guys to have it. There we go. I'm done, and this is that. I want to do one more thing. So I have here some drops of this nugget beads that I want to add it here. So I made already the wrap glue. I want to add some nugget beads here. That will create an interest to the piece more, and the pendant will build on itself. So this one, for the price of $10 or $9, I think this um, show I am only pricing $9 for all the pendants that I'm making here. And for this price, this mini turquoise beads and this wire wrap pendants, it's an awesome price. And here we go, our finished pendant is ready. I hope you guys like this. And all we need to do is take a silver chain right here and then add some jump rings. I have here some jump rings. So all we need is two jump rings is more than enough. I'm using two jump rings because the gauge of this jump ring is a little bit small, thinner, I would say. And I'm adding our pendant right here and then closing the jump ring. I'm going to add two jump rings for more security. So if you guys are wondering, all your pendants will come with more than one jump rings usually, just to make it secure more. So even if I'm not adding it in the show, you just don't have to worry. It always comes with two jump rings or more. So for some reason, my jump ring doesn't want to go on top of the chain. Rather, it does want to go on top of the uh, inside the loop. There we go. So whenever you are opening and closing a jump ring, have like a zigzag motion to make it close completely so that it doesn't come off. I hope you like this, and this pendant will be in a silver chain. If you want a leather chain, I can add it to a leather chain, but I thought this look is really nice. And the number for this is 33. If you like 33, give it a thumbs up and say 33. Yay! And if you like it more, you can buy it from my Etsy shop. Thank you so much. I hope you guys like this pendant. And let's move on to the next. This time we will use the cylindrical bead. And let's see what it is. Cylindrical bead it is. And then probably a smaller turquoise bead. Or as I said, yeah, I do have smaller turquoise beads. But as I said, we can even add a nugget in the bottom. So that way it looks nice. Or we can use a nugget wrapped one. Yes, I'm going to use that. Um, or we can use this. I really like this drop. Here I have the full turquoise and the small 2 millimeter faceted crystal on top. And then I made a simple loop. There it is. And with this, um, I think the dangle will look pretty with this. So let's see how we make this uh, special. Okay, let's see. For this, I would want to use some antique silver um, 24 gauge wire. So I have here like around 12 inches of 24 gauge wire, and then I will insert my bead. Wire working, as far as me, it's initially intimidating, and after a point, it is very therapeutic. That's what I have learned. So here I'm cinching the wire on the opposite direction, and then it's a 24 gauge wire, so you can actually do a wrap loop and still the loop will be safe. And if you want a double loop, you can actually do a double loop, which I'm just going to do right now, just to make sure that our pendant is much more secure than it is. So here we go. I have wrapped twice, and then after you have wrapped twice, all you do is um, make a wrap. That's enough. And then we will straighten, loop, and make it flat. I want it to sit right next to each other. And then here we have our pendant. And then I'm just going to make a curly Q. I'm coming from the bottom and the top. So I'm making a curly Q here. But this is not a flat bead. So curly Q is a little different on this cylindrical bead. And it keeps on spinning as well. So whenever you work with cylindrical bead, you need to be much more careful than you work with the flat ones, because it's kind of a cylindrical object that you're going to do a flattened work on that. So I think the curly Q looks nice, and I'm going to come up and then wrap around once, And then I'm just going to come down and make, I will snip this small tail off, and then I'm just going to make a spiral. If you have any suggestions for the beads or type of jewelry that you want to watch next week, just let me know in the comments below. I would do it if I have all the necessary stuff. Here I have a small collecute, and for this I'm just going to come like this, and I'm just going to um, make a loop right there, and then come back here. I just want to make it secure, so I just don't want to leave it there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to snip off the wire a little bit, and then I'm just going to insert this wire before the collective stops. I'm just going to insert this wire inside. Let's do the little bit of help of our pliers. Should be done because it's 24 gauge. It should be much more easier, and I'm happy that it's a little bit tight. That means my loop has worked really well, and I have, you know, I've done a good job of colliquing on a cylindrical object. There we go. There we go. I'm almost done here. So now I have secured my wire with the wrap there. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and make a loop right there. A loop, and with that loop I'm making a wrapped one. So it's much more secure and nice. There we go. Snip off the excess tail, and we will tuck in the tail so that it doesn't catch your dress or something like that. So we have our pendant wrapped nicely, and all we have to do is add our um, drop. So this one is made with bronze. I want the contrast because I don't like the silver on top of this dark blue. It doesn't look very nice. But this will tie this together nicely, I think, and it looks awesome. So for this, we can actually do another um, leather cord. It will look really pretty on this. And that's what is my impression. So there we go. Our leather cord it is, and we will put in our leather cord. There we go. Squeeze in there, and then put in our pendant. So okay, this way it is like this, and then close our jumping. There we go. We have a double loop, so we don't have to worry that the pendant will be, So our nice pendant is ready. This will also be $9. If you want to purchase it, you can purchase it from our Etsy shop, Aishusdiy, and I'm putting it on a darker background so that you guys can look at it nicely. And the number for this is 32. And if you like this, if you want to buy it, go to my Etsy shop, Aishusdiy, and you can buy this. And number 32, if you like it, just give it a thumbs up and say 32. And if you want it, go ahead and buy it from my Etsy shop. Thank you so much for watching, continuing and coming back to my show. Every week I'm doing this live jewelry show. And let's see what we can do now. I have here some teeny tiny turquoise beads that I really love. So we'll make a earring with it and a pendant. That's what I think we will do. So there we go. We'll take away all our other beads. And then here I have um, some turquoise beads, or I can take more turquoise beads from here, which is I have a strand right here. So this is there we go. And for a pendant, we will use these three, and for earrings, we will use these two. So that's there. And for the wire, I'm thinking we will use what to use. Come on, copper. We did copper. We did silver. We did antique copper. We didn't do gold. We can do gold, but I don't know if we can do gold or a bronze. Let's see if bronze looks good on this. Um, I think it does, but we can try gold. Okay, let's see. We can try gold. So we'll do the earrings first and then we'll do the pendant. So for the earrings, all we need to do is make a wrap loop on the top. It's as easy as that. So these are 18 gauge soft wire. So good here. Three wraps is good enough, I think. So there you go. My 3 wraps is done. I'm adding my bead right here. Oh my god, it went through. I was in shock what to do. Okay, now we shall straighten our loop. The loop is somewhat not straightening, it's on the other side. So just shows. It's just the way. Okay, here we go. And then add our second bead. Hopefully this goes in. Please go in, go in, go in. Oh, no. Okay, this doesn't want to go in. So that's okay. All we can do is we can make a wrap loop here too. Just to make sure that we have uh, a provision to add our small bead, that will be nice. So I'm just making one and two loops at the bottom. I'm just not. There we go. And this tail, I just don't want to keep it like that. We can make a spiral. It's like not a spiral, as you can see how I wrapped it. It's kind of a Q and it's on the side. So I like that. So what I will do is I'll make another one right here, and then I can bring this like that and wrap it around like this, and then bring it again on this side, and then wrap it around like this. There you go. And snip off the excess wire. and make a same similar color on this side too. Then hopefully the camera catches. That's pretty. So that's done. So we shall make the bottom part with a thinner wire. I have here some 24 gauge artistic wire. Artistic wire are thin, but if you use a lesser gauge, you should be good to go. So let's find out where the ends are. See how it giggles? Oh my god, you can't even find the end. Right there. Oops. Okay. I'll get this part right here. But this wire holds its shape pretty much as if it's really its own thing. So I'm just having a couple of inches, probably 3.5 to 4 inches, and I'm securing the wire inside. And all I'm doing here is I'm just going to make a bend. Actually, I'm making an eye pin here so that the bead doesn't fall off. Anyways, the bead has a very small hole, so it won't fall off. And I'm just inserting the bead. See, 24 gauge goes easily on these beads. These beads have teeny tiny holes. Most of the gemstones have tiny holes, except for larger beads. And some, you can specifically, they will say that um, it's a large hole gemstone. So, okay, that's it. The only problem is, I have wrapped it before adding it. So let's just do snip it off, take this off, and snip this off. I think this much wire is enough for me to do what I want to do. There we go. And I'm making an eye pin, as I said. But this time, before wrapping, and I'm going to insert these bead to our bigger bead, so that it forms a real nice tangle. Okay. Before that, we will add it to the bigger bead right here. The loop at the bottom, and then wrap this bit. There we go. It's all done. Now snip off the excess wire and tuck in the tail, and we have our pretty earrings. That means one earring is done. So let's just do the dangle drop for this too. There we go. Add this 4mm turquoise bead, and these are natural gemstones, and it is not a fake one. So I really like working with gemstones rather than with anything else. I do like the sparkleness of the. Oh, we cannot make the wrapper because we have to make the other one. So let's just make the other one. Let's take our higher gauge gold wire right here. I have here around 12 inches, I believe. And I'm going to make a wrap loop at the top. So there we go. 3 wraps as we did for the other one. So add our bead right here and make sure it's straight. And then in the bottom, we are just going to make a bend and do a wrap loop as well. So once I have done here, in this one, I want to snip off a bit because the other one doesn't have this much left. So, and then I'm just going to go ahead and I think I did that with the atmospheres, I don't remember. Okay, but the result is fine, so no worries. Then come back here. You need to make sure that you have a mirror image of this. So I have made a wrap on the top, and then only it came back down. And I want this on this side. So on the bottom also I made one loop. Okay. So I can come here and make this loop here, and then I can do that. Now I have to snip off this excess tail. Take my flat nose pliers and do a curlicue like that. There we go. We did it. And now we have to add in our smaller turquoise bead. We have already started the wrap. So I'm just going to wrap this and snip off the excess wire. Tuck in the tail here. Just make sure it's nice and secure. And our other earring is ready. All you need to do now is, whenever I have time, I make some ear wires and key so that it is not, all the time store bought, because you can match your own style. So I have here some ear wires. All I'm going to do is attach these earrings to my ear wires. And we are done. There we go. Okay, this one. And we never know when our earring. So if you once you make it, you make sure that your earring is facing in the proper direction. There we go. And this one is also facing in the proper direction. So here is our earrings. Let me show you guys in this pad so that you can have a better look. I hope the camera picks it up. Let's see. And these earrings are very pretty, and this is also will be only $9 for you guys. Original turquoise beads on the bottom and highlight turquoise on the top with really nicely wire wrapped stuff. And the number for this is 41, you guys. If you like it, give it a thumbs up and tell me it's 41 that you like. Thank you so much. And if you like it, you can buy it from Etsy shop. And it is Aishusdiy, ETSY. Go to Etsy and type Aishusdiy, and you will get to buy these. I'll upload it as soon as possible. And the final thing we will do is our pendant today. So that for the pendant, I would take similar gold wire. I would like to take a foot of wire, and then this one, as usual, we are going to make a wrap hook, but we'll make a bigger wrap just because I have a mood for it. Nothing more than that. You can have a smaller wrap because anyways we are going to attach this pendant with the jump ring, so it doesn't matter like how big a wrap we have or how small a loop we have. So once you're done, all you need to do is straighten your wraps if it is wobbly, and then slip off the excess wire, and there we go. Straighten your loop if need be, and then you add a bead. So we have nice long wire to work with. So let me try adding this people. So no luck there, guys. What I'll try to do is add one more bead. So let me try. Okay, this one is also not going inside. Okay, that's it, I think. Let's see how we can make this a special pendant. And I'm just making a wrap tip in the bottom so that we can add our dangles. So this is what it is. And now I will come up, go around, and come down, go around, so that we match our earrings. The pattern matches our earrings, but we can have only one curly Q here. So I'm just going to snip off a little bit and then use my pliers to make a nice and big curly Q right there, and keep it on top of my bead like that. So there we go. Our one part of the pendant is ready, and we can take a 20 gauge wire and then I'll do a wrap loop, but before closing the wrap loop, I'll add it to the bead, add it to the bigger bead, and then I'm wrapping it. Couple of wraps should be good enough. It's 24 gauge wire, still it's not going to break on you unless you work hard on the wire. It's safer. And then I'm going to add the smaller beads, both the beads actually. And this teeny tiny one, I really love this teeny tiny bead. So now I would do is I would come back and then wrap this wire around this bead. Couple of times. Instead of making an eye pin, I just came around and wrapped it a couple of times in the middle of the two smaller beads. That's a design pattern. That is nice. Okay. I'm tucking in my tail, but the tail for some reason doesn't want to tuck it. There we go. Come on, come on. And now it's done. So there we go, our pendant is ready. All we need to do now is add some jump rings, which I have here. I'll go with the bigger jump ring, so that way it's nice and easy for me to attach to the chain. I have here some gold chain. And then I'm going to attach this pendant onto the chain. I'm going to do one more jump ins just in case if it is not very secure. We will make it secure. There, we are done adding our jump ins. This is a set you can buy at my store tonight at Aishusdiy. I'm so sorry. My workspace is a little bit messy. So let's see. So this is the pendant that we made. You can get it with the gold chain, and you can also buy the matching earrings if you want to. The earrings is this, and this is separate, and this is separate. The number for this pendant is number 30. So it's number 31. So if you like it, type number 31. You can also buy from Aishu's DIY Etsy shop. And there we go. We conclude our meeting today. It's a fun show, guys. I hope you guys liked it and enjoyed it. If you do, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more such videos. And see you next week. Bye bye.